everyone, you're welcome again to Agri-Connect, and today we are continuing with our discussion on the beginning phase of catfish production. That is from the juveniles and the fingerlings production, and we are going to specifically look at the housing bit of it, the requirements, what you should look out for, how often you should clean it, and some other interesting facts you wouldn't want to miss. Do stay with us. Welcome to Agri-Connect.
Thank you very much.
So I'll leave the introduction for you to do, if you can introduce yourself.
Alright, so I am Michael Tobin, the CEO of Kore Catfish Farm. So you are welcome to my farm. Basically deal with the production of the fingerlings and the juveniles. So I said to the people who want to set up a farm, want to rear. We also manage farm, we do farm setup, we construct ponds and all sort of.
So, how has the industry been so far, the production of juveniles and fingerlings? How has it been?
The industry is going where people are coming to buy, they are venturing into the business, so they are doing it. So I have some of my products, these are juveniles. These are 8 weeks old from the day of hatching. So I have some other ones which are post-juvenile.
Post-juvenile?
Yes. These ones are 10 weeks old. They are 2 weeks older than
the other one.
Than the juvenile. And these are jumbo. This one also, they are 2 weeks older than this. Then I have post-fingerlings here. Post-fingerlings is 2 weeks younger than the juvenile. Then you see them. These are post-juvenile. So I have some other ones in the pond, and I have the adult one. This one is the one I use as a brood stock.
Brood stock.
Yes. So this is what I use for the production of the smaller one. So I do grow out also. Now that it is raining, we cannot be using the earthen pond. We use this pond. So because of floods, so we are not been using it.
So Mr. Toby, let's say I want to venture into catfish production and I want to buy the juveniles and fingerlings. What are some of the things, the qualities I should look out for before buying?
You look at the way they are active. You can see when you go to a farm, when you see the fishes standing like this now, they are resting. This is how they sleep. You can see. This is how they sleep. They don't have sleeping hours like they just rest for a while. But when you go to a farm, you see that they are not playing. You see them on the surface of the water standing vertically. That means they are not active. So when you see the way they are active, you know that they are good. So you can purchase them.
Now let's also look at the feeding bit of it. What do you feed them, and how often do you have to feed them through the different stages?
We have different sizes of feed. Like when they are fries are when they are newly hatched. So we start feeding them with 0.2. The size of this food is 0.2, and then later they go to 0.5. They go to 0.8. All these are similar. They are different to each other. Then after this, they go to 1.0, 1.2. So when they are eating 1.0, 1.2, they are already becoming a fingerlings. That is when we start selling. That is after 6 weeks of hatching. When we hatch them, they have to be with us for 6 weeks, taking them till they become fingerlings. So then you can sell them. People start buying from this size of feed. So when they get to juvenile, they eat 2 ml. This is 2 ml. And see, it's different to that one. So after this, so people who buy from that size, maybe they buy fingerlings, they buy that. Juvenile, you buy this. All this they can eat from 2 ml going. So after 2 ml, you go to 3 ml, 4 ml, 6 mm. Like this one, I feed them with 6 mm.
Breeding stuff.
So we have 8 mm, we have 9 mm. Some people do 8 mm, some do 9 mm. It depends on the different.
And how often do you feed them? When it comes to the feeding ratios, how often?
When they are fries, that is when they are newly hatched. We feed them every 4 hours. But just a little, just it's like a powder. We just sprinkle it on the water. So we feed them every 4 hours, just like a newborn baby. You feed often every. So, but when they start growing to the fingerlings, you can feed them 3 times. When they go to the juvenile or post-juvenile, all those things, you can feed them 2 times. That time the stomach is big. They can contain some feed. So when they grow to all these stages, then you can feed them 2 times in a day, morning and evening.
So how has what has been some of the challenges that you have encountered so far? No, even before we go to the challenges, let's look at some of the breeds. When it comes to catfish, there are some breeds that move faster than others. So what are some of the breeds that you use for your breeding stock? What are some of the breeds you have?
We have 2 types of breed. We have Clarias and we have hybrid. So the Clarias is the normal one we have all around. So the hybrid is like crossbreeding, as if you cross two species. So that one also we do it. But these Clarias, they grow faster than hybrid. But hybrid can grow bigger than Clarias, but they don't grow faster. So they take time to grow. But when they grow, they can grow big to any sizes. They can grow up to like 6 kg or something like that. While this, they can grow to like 2.5, 3 kg. It depends on the feeding. So normally within 6 months, they are already table size. So let's say within 4.5 months to 6 months, you can get them up to like 1 kg or 1 kg and above. So they are already table size. Okay. But the hybrid, they can grow more than that. So this one, when they get to that 6 months, the female, they start having eggs. While the hybrid, when they get to 6 months, they are still growing. They are still growing before everything. So that's the difference between the two. So the Clarias is good for a commercial purpose because they grow faster. They don't eat much like the other breeds. So you can grow them quick and sell them. But the hybrid, you need to feed them. They eat more than the Clarias, but they can grow bigger. So you will spend more money on feeding. So Clarias is good for commercial purpose.
So you mentioned that depending on the type of feed you give them, that's the weight, and how fast they will grow. What are some of the combinations of the feed? Let's say if I'm venturing into it and then I want to buy feed, what should I look out for? What are some of the feeding components that I should incorporate?
We have foreign feeds. We have local feeds. So the difference is the foreign feeds, they contain more nutrients than the local feeds, and they are more expensive than the local feeds. So with that, we breed them from the egg. We buy foreign feeds so that they can get all the old nutrients, everything they needed to grow. So, but when they grow to the juvenile or something like that, you can buy made in Ghana food. The one they produce in Ghana here. So with that, you can feed them with it.
Usually when it comes to agricultural production, the feed is one of the things that drives a lot of people out of business. When it comes to fish production, when it comes to the pricing for feed, how is it like?
The feeds now, they are very expensive. We are before we are buying a bag of 15 kg for around 150 cedis. But just of recent, now a bag is 255 cedis. So foreign feeds, the one we are buying 200 and something cedis, now it's like 400 cedis. something like that. So the challenges is the feeding. So you can produce your own feed if you have the machines. You need some machines to produce. So if you have the machines, the raw materials are there, then you can produce your own feed. And if you are doing it, just doing it in a little this thing, you can get some alternative feeding for them. But if you are doing it in a large quantity, you need to buy feed so that they can grow faster. Then you can sell them and get your money.
So you mentioned one of the challenges with growing the fingerlings and the juveniles to be feed. What are some of the other challenges? And since you have been in this industry for long, to the extent that you even train people, what are some of the challenges that you've encountered when it comes to this aspect of catfish farming?
The challenges, and apart from the fish, my own challenges here is flooding. So flood has been affecting me, and that's what I'm not using my earthen pond, because this place is closer to a waterway, so water is passing in. So apart from that, what can cause death is still water, because water is like a life to them, and they do everything in water. So you need a good and quality water. Like me, I have a borehole, the industrial borehole. I have 2 bullers, 2 wells, I mean. So I use different water. I tested the one I want to use before I use. So if I want to use this, I test this. So I know the one that the pH is normal, the one that the temperature is normal, and all those things. We test all those things in water. We test for ammonia, test for temperature, pH, salt content, and all those things. So if your water is okay, you are good to go.
And let's look at the diseases. Okay. So when they are usually when it comes to agricultural production, when they are actually in the infant stage, they are susceptible to a lot of diseases. And if you are not care isn't taken, you might lose everything. Especially with the way they are all compounded in the same space. So what are some of the diseases what do you put in place to ensure that your fingerlings and juveniles are protected against these diseases? And what are some of the common diseases that also affect them at this stage?
The first thing is if you have good water, that one can prevent disease, because whatever disease they will get, they get it from the water. That's where they live. So if you have good water and the feeding, if you feed them with the foreign feeds, it contains all the old nutrients they're going to grow, so nothing will happen to them. So in case there are some diseases like fin rotting, the gill rotting, there is something in this, so, or cracking head, all those things, we have some medicine we mix with their feed, then we feed them with it, and they will be okay. And then your pond, like when I do the newly production, so after some days I move them to the earthen pond. So the earthen pond also, it has to be treated. So if you treat your pond very well, you fertilize your pond, so it's what you have been doing. Yes, so it depends on the person that is handling it. So that is what we. So if you handle them very well, you know it.
Now I want to know, you mentioned about the cost of feed.
Yeah.
And looking at the rise, when it comes to the rise in prices in the country and all that, what are some of the, is this a profitable venture? Would you recommend this for people? Looking at the challenge, looking at the pricing, when it comes to agri, people venture with the idea of making so much from it. So when the price of the inputs goes up, it affects a lot of people and even pushes them out of business. So we recommend this venture to someone who might be interested in venturing into maybe agri but has no idea on which venture to even go into.
We recommend it. It's a good business.
Is it profitable?
Yeah, it's profitable, but don't go beyond your capacity. So if you are able to take care of 200 or 500, because some people, they see the price of the fingerlings, they want to buy it plenty because they believe that is maybe they are buying 1 cedi or 1 cedi 20 pesos or 1 cedi 50 pesos. So some say, I want 6,000, I want 5,000 pesos. So if you buy like that, if you are not able to cater for them, they will not grow very well. Because what you feed them is what you will get. Like let's take 1,000 for instance. You want to rear 1,000. So you have to feed them feed that will be up to like 1,000 kg for the period of that 6 months. So before you can get them up to 1 kg, that is average 1 kg of feed per one fish. So the bag is 15 kg. So 15 divided by 1,000, we are talking about 67 bags. And you are buying in 255 cedis, multiplied by 67. You see, it's a lot of money. It's around 14,000 or something like that. But if you are able to get them to 1 kg, 1 kg now is 35 to 40 cedis per kilo. So it depends on your location to the buyer. So if the buyer is closer to you, you can buy 40 cedi. But if it is far, you can buy 35, 36, 37. It depends on the distance, because they are coming with a truck, with a tank. They will consider their own distance also. So let's assume you spend like 14,000 on feeding. If you have your water, you will not be buying water. But if you don't have water, if you are buying water, you have to add the cost of the water to it also. So if you are able to get them very well, and you are selling 35 cedis per kilo, you see that you can make ×2 of what you spend or more than that. But if you are not able to get them very well, you don't feed them very well, the sizes will not be okay. Although we have those who buy small sizes also, they call it smoking size, those who do the smoking fish, but they don't buy the same as this. So that is it. So if you can do your capacity, you take care of them very well.
So maybe any final words for individuals who might be interested in venturing into this aspect of catfish, or might not even know how to go about it?
Okay, I would say, well, they should try and visit the farm before you go into any this thing. Then don't just read on internet alone and you think you can do it. Some people, they don't even come to the farm, they want you to come and deliver to them straight. We do delivery, but it's better you can, you see what you are buying, you see maybe the fishes are active. Some people, they sell runt fish, maybe the fishes has been there, they are not feeding them very well because of the cost of feeding. So they believe that some people come and buy, they do the one to feed them. So like that, you visit the farm, you ask questions. So then when you are satisfied, when you are okay, you can venture into it.
Thank you very much for watching today's video, and I hope you've learned 1 or 2 things about venturing into juvenile and fingerling production when it comes to catfish farming. This is another venture you can explore when it comes to farming, and I hope this helps you or eases your stress when it comes to this venture.